Clannad, K.A.N, Orogaru, and even the pet girl of Sakura, that one. What do these anime all have in common? Well, in my Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood video that no one's watched, I said that when I watched FMA, I felt like I'd missed something. I thought it was a very good anime, a great one even, but it wasn't exactly the near masterpiece that I was expecting. Looking back at these four, plus some others that I've watched, I feel like these are all anime with a very large fan base, or just anime that most people have seen, but for one reason or another, I just seem to not like them, or haven't as much as I thought I would. So why is that? I found them to be fucking boring, that's the reason. I will say beforehand that besides Orogaru, I haven't seen a lot of these in at least a couple years, but unless I really did just miss something, they were just boring anime to me. Now, you may notice that a lot of these have come under the slice of life or romance anime, and of course they're going to have a lot less going on than shonen or sports anime, but there's also plenty of other series in these genres that I do like, so that can't entirely be the case. I've also dropped all of these. Even though I've watched enough to know if I would have liked them, I didn't feel the need to finish them. And I think that's going to be partially the point of this video, is that even if the last half of a show is like straight 10 out of 10, if the first half is just mid and boring, why would I continue to watch it? Because the show's overall rating is not going to be any higher than like a 7. To use Orogaru for example, I dropped it after season 2 because if after 2/3 of watching a show, if I find it boring, then that last third cannot save it. Like, I'm not going to finish it, I don't care if I do, and a lot of people have gone, you just need to push through and stick with it. And honestly, why would I do that if I don't care about it? Because frankly, I'd rather rewatch some absolute degen train wreck like Kisses or fucking Domestic Girlfriend. Because, for how objectively weird and just degen they are, at least they're entertaining to watch while really drunk. Moving on to K.A.N, I've since learned that I don't really fuck with slice of life anime. And I think it's a product of the genre, as unless a show has other more plot heavy genres as well, or it's just plain funny, I find slice of life to be inherently boring, as, you know, not having a plot is kind of the point. But there were shows like Komi Can't Communicate that I remember quite liking. Hell, I was watching that when the episodes were coming out weekly. 3 years ago already? Wow. However, this is a series that's got a lot more of a heavy story and romantic-based subplots, as well as series like Sakamoto Dasuga that are just funny and entertaining enough that they don't need a story. Now, I'm hoping that for how much I actually haven't liked watching these animes, that there's a decent chance that one day I'll go back and something will click with them. I'll find a little missing puzzle piece. Because at the end of the day, just because I don't like one now doesn't mean that my mind can't change. And just because I haven't enjoyed them doesn't mean that you haven't, and vice versa. You'll find a point in any series that goes on for a while where it just gets a bit stale. And for how much I love shows like Hajime no Ippo and find it's an almost perfect anime for me, if you don't like sports anime or just don't find humor in it funny, you're going to find it an absolute slog to sit through, and probably find it boring. The same can be said for Season 2 and parts of Season 1 of Vinland Saga. I love that series, but I know people have dropped it for similar reasons, because, again, they just found it boring. I was rewatching Scamboli Reviews' The State of the Anime discussion video, and it came to me that there are people out there that will absolutely love a series that you find to be boring or just filled with plot holes, and you're never going to see eye to eye on that series. Then on top of that, unfortunately there are going to be people out there that will argue and crash out over someone else liking or disliking that anime that they love so much. And it's just kind of stupid to do that over a fucking anime. It doesn't even just end with animes though, because I've seen people do it over some more random shit. There's a video of Carlos Sainz, the F1 driver, doing a lie detector test where they ask him who he'd rather be on a desert island with.
Who would you rather be stuck on a desert island with? Lando or Max?
Lando.
Lando or Lewis?
Lando.
Lando or Charles?
Tricky. Lando.
The amount of people getting butter that Carlos was saying that he preferred one driver over another, literally just as like a friend, it's just ridiculous. And if you're one of those people that's doing this and you're serious about it, please just get a fucking grip. Moral of the story, people have different opinions, and what I might find peak might put you to sleep. It's the same for sports teams and their players, video games, music, I can go on. There is no point in dying on that hill because it doesn't matter and won't affect anyone because it's all subjective. Besides this one masterpiece. Subscribe for more anime related content, and I'm gonna get a nap because I am still very hungover. Bye.